There's one thing more valuable than money, and it's not gold. It's something that I feel if the world really did end and we ended up in some kind of post-apocalyptic Fallout world, instead of using bottle caps for currency, we would use Stanley Cups. Now you can probably tell just by looking at me, I don't own a Stanley Cup. I don't have that sparkle in my eye that hasn't fixed that hole in my soul like it has for so many others. And I don't really get it. Not gonna lie to you, it seems like just a pretty standard receptacle for liquid. But people go ballistic for Stanley Cups. And one woman not only stole $2,500 worth of Stanley Cups, she then went on a high-speed police chase in order to try and keep her treasure. That was the one piece, and the cops weren't letting her get away with it.
High-speed chases are always intense, but this one from Ohio had a twist. A woman led officers on a 115-mile-per-hour pursuit along I-75 after stealing thousands of dollars worth of merchandise, including everyone's favorite trend, the iconic Stanley Cups.
115 miles per hour, that's no joke. That is certified zooming. This lady was tearing up the roads like she was Dominic Toretto looking to steal DVD players and VCRs.
No, I'm not sure what the product she had in the bags, but I know that it was the 2 bog bags and then product was stuffed in there.
Gotcha. What is your first name?
Melissa.
I'm going to send you a link. Can you send me that video?
Absolutely. We just did this on Monday.
Melissa here mentions that she doesn't know exactly what was stolen, but knows that there was a lot of product in 2 bog bags. I once again showing how out of touch I am. I don't even know what the fuck a bog bag is. To me that sounds like something from Star Wars that you'd leave the cantina with. But Melissa went out and filmed this lady who had shoplifted from them and then gave that video to the police when they arrived. And she just looks exhausted. The police get there and ask if she can send the video and she goes, "Yep, we did this on Monday." Like it's just part of the routine here. Like, the way she's acting about this is the same way I act when someone insta-locks Black Widow in my Marvel Rivals lobby. I just let out a huge sigh.
After receiving a statement from the manager, officers had a full description of the suspect. It was time to search for the thief. Moments later, officers spotted the vehicle, and a high-speed chase ensued as they attempted to apprehend the suspect.
We are eastbound on North Dixie Highway.
Because of the video Melissa filmed, they were able to get the whole kit and caboodle on the vehicle that the shoplifter was driving, and then they just so happened to have a random NPC encounter out on the road where they saw the vehicle. They flipped on the sirens, and the Stanley Cup super soldier cracked her knuckles and said, "It's playtime." So she goes pedal to the metal off rip, but the astute observers amongst you will have noticed she didn't forget the road rules. She didn't just wipe her ass with etiquette. She used her turn signal in order to start the pursuit. So she turns right and then steps on it.
If someone can communicate to this Perrysburg Township unit behind me to come take the one position, I'll give it up. Ran the red light at Fort Meigs Boulevard, westbound. At the traffic light at Levis Commons and Jefferson Street through.
Now, of course, I'm exaggerating a little bit by saying she stepped on it. She's pushing that car to its limits, but it's just chugging along at like a casual 50 to 60. It's not even really going that much over the speed limit. The big thing is she's running red lights. She's not pulling any kind of crazy maneuvers. She's not fucking spinning it 360 degrees and barrel rolling and ramping it off of a parked tow truck or anything. But she is doing her best to try and elude the officers here on this pursuit. All just to hold on to a couple goodie bags of Stanley Cups. Fucking beverage containers. Now, of course, they are worth a couple $1,000s, but even still, the charges she would be facing for that theft were significantly smaller than what she's going to be facing for this pursuit.
That intersection, we're coming up to the Virgin Diamond here at 75, 475 split. We're going to get back on 475 southbound. Out on 25. Pit. She just took a pit on her.
Now, it doesn't feel like this pursuit went on that long, and it doesn't ever seem like it reached 115 miles per hour unless it was briefly where it cuts away from the dash cam footage to the officer's body cam, which is possible. But then, like, 4 other cop cars spawn in and one of them pit maneuvers her. How did they even get there so quick? Were there just like 4 other officers lurking like sharks in the water waiting for a pursuit to pop off? They heard the call and they're like, poof, like just go hog wild towards it? Or maybe the perception of time is a little skewed here because maybe we don't see the entire chase, which I think is the more likely explanation. Because there's just no way that many officers would have been able to reach this point that quickly. Because it feels like the chase only went on for like a minute and a half at most.
Hands up! Hands up! I got it.
Anybody in the back?
Yeah, what'd you do?
What I do? Tell me what I do.
Stealing from Dick's.
Oh, a fucking ball game.
You weren't running, were you?
The chutzpah to ask the cops what I do. As if she's just totally innocent here. Like, let's just assume she didn't know that they were aware that she stole from Dick's Sporting Goods, right? You just went on a high-speed pursuit. What do you mean, what did I do? Pardon me, officer, I was under the impression this is a free country. You're telling me I can't engage in a little high-speed police pursuit? What happened to freedom, What happened to freedom? This country's gone to the birds.
Ball bag. $100 ball bag.
Come down here and play. I was
Thanks,
trying to
guys.
get caught up to do it
Thank you,
too.
guys.
The officer rolls up and they exchange fist bumps, congratulating him on a job well done with the pit maneuver. Hey, brother, that pit, Insano style, excellent work, gnarly. Pats him on the ass or something. They just look like they're having a great time. Like, it looks like they're just having a lot of fun. I half expected them to thank her for letting them go on this high-speed police chase.
You get a felony. You go to prison now for stealing some clothes. Not stupid.
Guess what? Slap on the wrist.
All for a little stuff.
Yeah, for a misdemeanor. Kind of dumb, but
What do you need help with?
I got a tow truck coming. I'm just gonna get our evidence here and go from there.
We gotta set up front here though.
I thought you guys had it boxed in there, but
Look at all that loot in the trunk there. Those Stanley Cups popping out like uniques in Path of Exile here. Holy. Like one of the officers mentioned, it was a misdemeanor and then all this hoopla has turned it into a felony. I mean, it is a lot of money worth of Stanley Cups. The merchandise apparently came out to like $2,500. Like, that's a lot. But it's probably not worth throwing your whole life away on this police chase for.
I mean, I just want to call and make sure my baby daddy and my daughter. That's it.
if you would have stopped in Findlay, and we would have wrote you a court date and you would have left. And then you could have called your dad or your baby dad
I
and your
didn't
daughter.
know how Finley works, so I wanted to get to Toledo.
Toledo, and now what's
And
happened?
then I
You
went
got a
to
felony.
Perrysburg, and then I'm like, fuck Perrysburg, so I was like, let me get to Toledo.
It's terrible excuses. All right, but no, you're not going to use your phone anytime soon. So sit tight.
So this kind of confirms what I was saying earlier, that this must have spanned many different areas over the course of a longer period of time than the video lets on, because now she's in a different county and it's really blown it way up. So she's saying that, oh, she wanted to get somewhere else because she doesn't know how it works over there and wanted to get over here, and the officer's like, that's fucking stupid. I don't know how she thought that excuse would work or what the thought process was, because as the officer mentioned, if she had just pulled over initially, it would have been like a simple, quick procedure. She would have just left, but instead she stretched it out over the course of many miles, and she's like, well, there's a reasonable explanation for that, officer. I didn't know how it worked over there, so I wanted to get over here. But what seems to be the problem? And the officer actually gets really upset by her. Like, he goes in. He starts mocking her and insulting her. He was just kind of, like, fed up with her shit.
Enjoy the
Well, I
kindness.
had a newborn baby. I just need. Can you call him?
Let me tell you something right now. I am being a dick. I don't give a shit. Okay, you know how many lives you're just putting danger out there? Myself, all these officers, all the citizens out there, and then you're worried about your little baby. You could have stayed home and taken care of him like a good mom.
I am.
That shit sounded like an Xbox Live lobby right there. He just starts going in. So, he's not wrong. She did put everyone on the road's life at risk with the way she was driving. We didn't get to see all of it, but she was running red lights and weaving between cars. And it apparently did reach over 115 miles per hour. That's not Weenie Hut Jr. That's not nothing. And she tries to use the excuse that she has like a newborn baby at home. Don't really see what that has to do with anything here. I have a newborn, and he refuses to drink out of any chalice that's not a Stanley Cup. What was I supposed to do, officer? I had to steal all $2,500 worth of Stanley Cups. I had no choice. And then I had to go on a long police pursuit to try and maintain it, or else my baby would have died without Stanley Cups. You don't get it. Dude wasn't having any of that. Puts on, like, his mocking voice and then calls her a bad mom, which she is. She is objectively a terrible mother.
Good work. Good work, officer. Good work. Fucking dumbasses. For a fucking purse. Y'all slow as fuck. Did all that shit for a purse, and they just fucked my car up. Nah, I really ain't gotta pay for my car.
You fucked your whole life up for some Stanley Cups. I would argue that's far stupider. Now, you could make the argument that it wasn't worth the pursuit since they already had, like, her license plate or everything. And I've definitely seen that pop up when, like, looking at police chases in LA. Because sometimes the officers will just be like, alright, enough is enough, it's getting too dangerous, we'll just go ahead and arrest them later since we have all their info. I feel like that probably would have been an option here, considering they had the license plate and everything about the car, but I guess they didn't have any information about the owner, nor did they have the evidence that she stole, so perhaps they felt that they needed to engage in the pursuit, otherwise they wouldn't be able to arrest her later. Couldn't really tell you.
And he keeps touching my motherfucking wallet like you about to touch my money. Why is y'all in my money? Thief ass pigs. Your mama bitch and your ugly ass kids bitch.
How peculiar. She likes to steal, but doesn't like to be stolen from. Hypocrite. I just love that she calls them thieves. That was just like the icing on top of the cake. Thieves! It's disgraceful! Disgusting! How could you? Now, who knows? Maybe they did actually take money out of her wallet. That has happened before. I've definitely read about that. It's possible. I don't know. I don't have the body cam footage for that. But I can't help but giggle that she steals, goes on the high-speed police pursuit, gets arrested, and then gets mad that they're going through her things. Anyway, though, that's about it. See ya. Dine and dash is the act of eating a meal at a restaurant and leaving without paying. When I hear dine and dash being mentioned, I immediately go to the great Charles Doza, where he was arrested and then gave us one of the finest monologues ever recorded. This is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Get your hands off my penis! When that video went viral so many years ago, there was a ton of different rumors and stories surrounding it. It had this air of mysticism almost. It ranged from hyping him up as some kind of Gotham supervillain to him being an infamous dine and dashing culprit that they were finally apprehending. And for some reason, that always stuck with me. So when I think of Dine and Dash, he is who I picture in my head now. Even though that wasn't the truth of that situation there, it's still, for some reason, what has been locked in my noodle. So today when I saw a body cam video of a douchebag being arrested for dine and dashing, I couldn't help but just think about Charles Doza and how much cooler he was than this loser we're about to watch.
On August 16, 2022, officers responded to a report of a man leaving a restaurant without paying his bill.
Why are you asking for my fees?
Because you're being accused of a crime. I'm not saying that you're guilty, but I gotta get you identified.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
All right? Relax. Relax. Come over here.
So that's the gist of it. He's being accused of not paying his bill at a restaurant, so now he's got 1 star, and the cops are just casually coming up to him asking for his ID. This video is blown up over the last 12 hours, and every post about it says that this is a Wall Street Bets mod. I'm sure all of you have heard of that subreddit, Wall Street Bets. It's a very popular one, and I don't know if that's a true statement or not, but if this really is a mod on Wall Street Bets, that makes this situation even goofier, because this goober is the quintessential Reddit mod in real-life caricature, and good heavens, it couldn't be more fitting. It's exactly what you envision when you picture a mod interacting with other human beings in the real world.
I went over there to have happy hour. I had some food, and I day trade. I do option trading. I got the business major and I got an accounting, so I do day trading.
He randomly decides to mention that he's a day trader, does options like, yeehaw, woo, that's fucking awesome, this guy's amazing. It has nothing to do with anything. That is totally irrelevant to everything. It wouldn't matter if you're Michael Jordan. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't matter. You didn't pay your bill. You can't do that.
Were you by yourself?
Yes, by myself.
All right. How much did you eat? What did you buy?
No, it was only $70, bro.
$70 worth?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
God, his attitude is so insufferable. So he's laughing at, it was only $70, bro. I make that in a millisecond with my day trading and options because I am a Hustlers University graduate and I learned all about this kind of stuff, brother. Like, I was on Reddit the other day getting my financial advice as I usually do, and I'm making a killing right now. $70, that's nothing. This is a non-issue. He just doesn't understand, like, liquidity versus supply and demand. He doesn't understand the bell curve, the angle of azimuth.
I tried to pay with Apple Pay.
Okay.
And he said, like, I'm sorry, sir, we don't take Apple Pay. I was like, cool, I give him my credit card.
Okay.
My credit card didn't go through.
Decline,
His face was really upset already. And I'm like, I tried to educate him. I'm like, listen, I don't have any liquidity with me because most of my capital is my investments. In banks, I don't have banks neither.
He sounds like me when I was back in high school thinking of excuses for why I didn't finish an assignment. Like, just a bunch of nonsense mumbo jumbo. He goes through this long speech about why he can't pay for it because he doesn't believe in liquidity. You know, liquidity is a belief held by simpletons, and he doesn't have anything in the bank. He'd be a damn fool to have anything in the bank, obviously. So he just can't pay for the food at all. He talks about how all of his money's in investments, which is turbo dope. I have no doubt in my mind this guy is investing epic swag style into the coolest Web3 projects. He's got tons of awesome coins. Like, I know he's crushing it. Big thanks to World of Warships for sponsoring this video. I've been working with the World of Warships team for quite some time to design some custom in-game content, so I'm a commander in the game now. I go by Chuck Blast on the seas out there, and I'm an absolute menace. The name of our ship is the Blastmaster. We sail under Chuck's flag, so I help design the assets, the camo, just kind of top to bottom. It looks like me, it sounds like me, because I do the voice acting for it. Dead on target. I'm, for all intents and purposes, engaged in war out there, and it's extremely fun. World of Warships is an amazing game that my father and I play together. He's been hard addicted for years, so it's really fun to watch him play as Chuck Blast. So there's new content released every month. There's so many ships to choose from: destroyers, battleships, aircraft carriers, cruisers, and you can play alone or in a division with friends. So you can use code penguinz0 to get the mission to unlock me as your commander, Chuck Blast. You also get 7 days premium account time, 1.5 million credits, 500 doubloons, and the battleship Bayern. It's available for PC and consoles, and the code is for newly registered players, but existing players can acquire these items by purchasing my bundle or through the new internet's containers. So you can click the link in the description to get started. Thanks again, World of Warships.
All right. Okay. Do you have any means to pay that $70?
No. I want to sue them. I'm sorry.
But do you,
No. I'm sorry. You're asking the wrong question, sir. I'm so sorry.
you consume food, right?
Huh?
You consume food?
Hell yeah.
It's just something was off with this guy. He pitched this crazy fit, went nuts in here, threatening people. I'm talking about, like, went nuts at the bar.
I love that he's playing the victim here like this. Oh, actually, I want to sue them for thinking I couldn't pay $70 measly dollars. 70 clams? Oh, that's nothing. Of course I can pay that. I have no ways of paying that because all of my money's in these investments, but I obviously have $70, and, you know, I want to sue them now. Like, the delusion on this guy is incredible. I have no doubt that he was probably trying to barter with them at some point too, like, oh, actually, do you accept bonds here? I'd like to pay in some of these bonds. As you see, I'm an investor, so I don't really believe in liquidity. Okay, maybe not bonds. Do you accept SafeMoon here? No Safe Moon? Oh my god, you guys are so behind on the times. This is archaic. No Web3 capabilities here? Okay, how about, can I pay you in CumRocket coin? Okay, I'm out of here. You won't accept CumRocket coin? I was even going to leave a 200% tip. That's your fault now. $70 is nothing. That's literally no money at all. I fart and $70 comes out of my ass. It's not that I can't pay, it's that I'm not going to pay because you're not accepting real currency like my shit coins here. And apparently he was throwing a tantrum too, threatening people. What an unhinged lunatic.
Do you have a way to pay that bill now?
Correct. No, I don't have it now.
You can? All right.
No, I can't pay it.
But
I want to report the business.
All right, but listen.
Because it was a statement. Can I say this?
Walking away from my tab is
No,
a crime.
he kicked me out.
Yeah, I know, but you, because...
No.
All right. Hold on, Victor. No, you can't, Victor. You can't, because then you're going to go to jail.
No, I know.
Relax. Put your hand over here. Put yourself over here.
No, hands? No.
Put yourself over here.
Don't come with that, sir.
Weirdo NPC here is trying a very interesting technique of being as annoying as possible. I cut out a large chunk of it there because it was just him putting on this, like, drama club thespian troupe performance about being on camera and shit, just to be a nuisance. So I think what he's trying to do here is just be so bothersome to the officer that the officer loses interest. So he, like, de-aggroes the police officer by just being annoying, and the police officer just doesn't want to deal with the headache and leaves. I'm pretty sure that's what his strategy is, but luckily, it doesn't work out.
You know, how late can we stay open? It might take him till 10 o'clock before he can pay his tab. He was on his computer. I mean, it was nuts. This guy is out there.
Oíste, si le falté respeto, excúsame, because I go through this racist stuff all the time, stereotyping. But today I was like, you know what? I'm tired of it.
I think this guy is just a real con man, and I think he's going to go from place to place.
Call Officer Leo.
Yeah.
He then tries to claim that it was racism here that led to this situation. So he's really going for every possible approach he can to weasel his way out of this. The business owner here is saying how he thinks he's a con man who just goes business to business pulling this stunt. And I think he's probably right. It feels like this isn't his first rodeo with dine and dashing. It feels like this is probably something he does pretty often.
I got the money to pay, and I was trying to pay.
All right, can you pay now?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to pay, so I want to sit down, have a water while I get my payment.
This guy must have the orb of confusion in his pockets right now, because he is spitting some stupid shit. He is on that moron potion right now. It's so confusing listening to him. He's lost in his own sauce. He's like, oh, I just wanted to have a water. I was going to pay. I can pay. I was planning on paying. I wanted to pay. I was going to pay. The officer says, well, can you pay now? And he goes, no. It's like, what the fuck?
Can I do that?
All right, signal 20. I need to know if they want to press charges.
Yeah, because, No, I want to press charges, not them, me. Officer.
Andrade, can you answer me that question?
Charges, not them. I want to press charges to the restaurant, not to me.
I'm sorry?
We good?
Buddy starts spamming emotes now, and he's like, I actually want to sue them, not the other way around. Trying the Uno reverse card here. And I'd love to know how that lawsuit would go. I'm suing this restaurant because they're mad at me for not paying my bill. I fully planned on paying my bill, I just refused to. I even offered to give them an IOU. He didn't accept it. That's their fault, and they're mad at me? What the fuck? I did nothing wrong.
I'm so sorry. Estoy bien nervioso, man, because
all right, so if you have what do you have there that you can pay with, that you can pay the bill? What do you have here that you can pay the bill?
Right here, sir. My Robinhood account where I do day trading.
No, but you can't pay with that.
Yeah, so that's my only form of payment. That's not my problem. I'm trying to pay.
All right, hold on.
Thing. Yeah.
71 switching to...
He flashes his Robinhood account, which makes me believe he probably is a Wall Street Bets mod, because that's the starter pack. He's like, no, look, I could absolutely afford to pay. Look at my Robinhood account. And the officer's like, brother, you can't pay with that there. And he's like, I know, but look, it's right here. I can't pay, but look at this money here. This is where it all is. It's not my fault. What am I supposed to do about that?
Too.
I'm sorry, no, déjame callarme porque me siento tan mal because I'm questioning your This is so funny. You can't wait to see what's going to happen. It's amazing.
His mannerisms, he's like going full Joker mode here. I'm the Joker, baby. This guy's just acting like he's some kind of weird, quirky goofball. He's like, oh, you're not going to want to miss what happens next. It's going to be amazing what happens next. Gotham deserves a new class of day trader, and I'm gonna give it to him.
Póneselo en el... Siéntate. Sit!
Sentando.
71 taser pointed.
I'm sitting down, guys. Look at this.
All right, put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Pete, put your hands behind your back.
Telling that I'm trying to pay my costs, and now he's arresting me.
Get up.
Things have escalated here, and he continues to try and say that he's attempting to pay his tab. He's also lobbying to the civilians around him like, look at what's happening. I don't understand what's going on. I was just telling the officer I was trying to pay my tab. I even showed him my Robinhood account. I was going to pay my tab with my imaginary money that I don't have. What do you mean? I don't know what's gone wrong. This injustice. I can't believe it.
I'm Republican too, and he's Spanish. It's a system. He sucks, mama. Why are you searching me?
Stop. You're under arrest.
Why? He's telling me I'm under arrest, but he's not telling me why. Officer.
You're under arrest for theft.
For theft. Mira, theft. I was stealing.
Thank you for your quickness and your kindness. Can I get you all the water here?
Oh.
Stay hydrated.
Thanks so much. Appreciate that.
The juxtaposition between these two officers' experiences is comical. One of them's having the worst day of their life, having to interact with this insufferable loser, and then the other one's just hanging out with the restaurant owner who's being extremely sweet and then just gives him water, and he's like, oh, well, thank you so much for this. I appreciate it.
Yes, don't delete the video, please. Thank you, Officer Hernandez. Thank you, man. I appreciate your service. Just don't delete the video.
I cut out a lot there. Things get very messy. It reaches this weird climax where this guy just starts going a little ballistic and wiggling around, which eventually ends with him getting taken to the ground and charged with resisting on top of already this. And now they've got him in the back of the patrol car and he's asking them not to delete the video, which I think he really should have asked them to delete the video. I don't know why he thought he'd come out of this looking like the good guy here. Everything you could do wrong, he did wrong many, many times. I'm honestly convinced that he must have been the diversion to a bigger scheme, like something out of Ocean's 11, where this guy was supposed to just occupy all of the police's time by just being as loud and over the top as possible to direct their attention all on him while his associates do crime elsewhere. So that way it'd keep the heat off of them and focus entirely on him. Because that's what it feels like. Out of nowhere, he just starts like yelling and screaming and trying to like get everyone's attention from the public around him too. And it just makes this huge hoopla, this massive song and dance out of this situation. So it really feels like he was the diversion in a movie for a bigger crime plot. It was weird.
I can pay the tab right now if you want. Like, it's no problem. And I can tip him the $100. No? And I know it was a miscommunication, and I know you're gonna have to apologize to me, you know? And the owner is gonna have to apologize to me too.
You can't pay the tab by just flashing your Robinhood account at someone. It doesn't just beam the money quantumly into their cash register. You can't pay it. That's the whole root of the issue here. You were provided a service under the expectation that you would pay for the service you were provided, and you can't. Also, you apparently freaking out and throwing a massive tantrum in the restaurant probably didn't help things at all. I imagine if you were a bit more respectful about it, like, oh man, Apple Pay's not going through, my credit card's not swiping, something must really be wrong. I can afford to pay this, but maybe we'll need to think of another way of doing it, this and that. Like, if you were more respectful about it, I imagine this may have played out a little bit differently. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's about it. See ya. There was a goofy chase earlier today. It's called Track Loader Leads Police on Pursuit on I-10 in Mobile County, Alabama.
So I'm assuming that they are shutting down the interstate. This is a
You've got to shut down the whole county. There's a menace on the loose. He's gonna flip him! Run! Scram!
Alright, so you can see tactics being used by the police driving the SUVs.
What do you mean tactics? They ran. The tactic is fear.
6, 7, 8, 9 to stop. Now we see it has stopped on its own. This is
Oh, he's turning around.
Highway 90.
Get out of there, boys. He's unpredictable. He's gonna flip over the speed limit sign.
A delicate situation as we have a lot of our first responders in the area trying to figure out a way to stop this, and of course
there is no way to stop it. It's checkmate. Michael Jordan in his prime. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him.
Things that our local law enforcement have to keep in mind as they try to get this situation under control.
We should mention we just got
Oh yeah, they're backing up real quick. He's like a sneeze. You can only hold him in for so long before he blows.
In the next 30 minutes to an hour, it's not going to happen, but you can take hold
This is cool. This is cute.
Yeah, we're going to stay with this for a little while here. As Chelsea just mentioned, we don't have a ton of information as we ad-lib this to you. But
oh, shit.
Cutting off the exits.
Officer Action's got the blunderbuss.
And apologies to our people in back. We're getting close.
He's going to try and shoot the shoot the track.
We can't really see what the vehicles that are
Killdozer 2 doze harder.
Trying to not let the Bobcat
Amen.
to another area.
Going in this direction, I would highly encourage you to not.
If you were planning to leave your house at all today, I'd encourage you not to. There is a supervillain afoot.
On I-10, exit 15A right there in between 15A.
There's so many cops. Holy shit. Jesus, it's like a scene out of The Walking Dead when they roll up with the whole crew, like the whole neighborhood comes out riding in. Jesus. Like, what is this guy doing? I need an excuse to get in the bed of the truck with my fucking musket. Man, this driver's stupid though. He could have easily just taken this bitch down the hill over there in the grass, bought himself some time.
Brand new situation that is happening in the city.
Where'd he go?
Specifically in Theodore, if you are just
Deactivate cloaking tech. Find him.
It looks like Joe that they will try
and stop
the traffic in the near future. We are getting.
Do they just lose him?
That they have disabled that Bobcat again. It was going out of the way of the Aldot.
Off screen? They did it off. Are you guys stupid? We didn't get footage of that. How did they win? How do you beat something like this? Oh, baby. Go home. Be free. Into the great outdoors. That's God's country, son. They can't follow you there. That's just you and the Lorax now. No, don't turn around. You're so close. Oh, yeah, this must be where they get him. Yeah, they're closing in on him. They're bringing the walls down here. This guy is really having a good time. So is that guy. He said, I gotta get my steps in. Don't let him get to exit 15A. If he gets there, it's over. Our jurisdiction ends. He'll de-aggro. Where'd he go? What happened to him? Man, can we get some better footage here? Damn it. Whoa, wait, what is this? Is this the same thing? It looks like he tried to flip over one of the police cars. How long was he at it? Oh, yeah, he's in it! He's poking him. I see why they were backing up. This guy has no fear. Man, to be one of these daily commuters and see this, what a treat. Man, this went on for quite a while, huh? We had the GTA cinematic angle. A little too cinematic, we're losing him. That's where we saw him try and get to the woods. Nope, this is all we got. That's all we get to work with. Well, I guess there's this. It looks like he did make it to exit 15A. What happened back here, we may never know. Wait, is that real? The suspect got into a shootout with the police after the chase. He's now in the hospital with unknown injuries. Well, I can tell you... I'm going to be honest, I don't know if the injuries are that unknown. I'm going to spitball and say it's probably bullet wounds. So this was 11 hours ago. The driver was taken to the hospital. Is there any recent updates? So it was a stolen skid steer, and it was used to try and hit someone near the intersection of Noble Drive and Noble Lane. When they tried to stop the vehicle, he fled and then got onto I-10. Officers fired shots and the driver of the track loader was taken into custody and then to the hospital. Police said his injuries had been from the gunfire and his condition is not available at the time. Did he fire back or did they just open fire on him? It doesn't say. Seems like they just got fed up of the slow speed chase and they started peppering him. What an interesting chase. I made a video covering this subject like 6 months ago, and it remains true to this day and actually is only increasing in frequency. For some reason, it feels like there's been a rise in police pursuits involving heavy machinery. Vehicles that you'd never expect to ever be involved in a high-speed pursuit have for some reason been constantly involved in high-speed pursuits. It's like something out of the Looney Tunes. I have no idea why. I'm sure not even God has an explanation, but I'm sure he's equally as entertained as I am by it, because it is comical watching some of these. They're very low-speed pursuits, like the top speed for a lot of these machines is like 15, maybe 30. And I'm talking, you're seeing police pursuits of them trying to chase down a steamroller, a forklift, a bulldozer, a killdozer, a front loader, a side loader, a back loader, a chode loader, like you name it. If it's got 4 wheels and weighs 50 tons, you can find a police chase with it over the last 6 months. It's happening all the time now. So I saw a front loader police pursuit the other day where one of the cops is talking to a worker and he's, asking how fast do these puppies go, and he says, it can get up to like 30. He's like, 30? Zoinks. It's worse than I thought. Get in your front loader and help us chase this guy down. So he recruits this completely normal civilian who's just working, like he's at his job, tells him to get into his front loader so that way he can help chase down the bad guy's front loader. It's so weird. It's like a kaiju movie where they recruit another monster to engage with it. Like, it's for no reason other than, I guess, good cinema. I have no idea. But I have to show you that clip. Also, I have to show you this other clip that I saw today about a guy who was trying to evade police, and he hid behind a car in like the most obvious position imaginable. And yet the cops didn't find him for like over a minute. They swarmed the area around him and just kept walking right by. It's like all of those scenes in a movie that get criticized when it's a stealth section where the good guys trying to like take cover and like all of the bad guys walk right by them and for some reason never see them. Or like in a video game when the AI keeps like running right by the bush that you're peeking out of even though like you're in plain sight, for some reason they're not alerted. Like, I now start to believe those things after seeing this clip. Like, that's no longer unbelievable to me because of what I've just witnessed with this guy's hiding spot. Oh yeah, I kept getting tagged in this all afternoon. It says, bro was 1 second away from losing 4 stars in GTA. I'm guessing it's like a really weird pursuit. I haven't watched it yet, but this must be poppin'. And it's been a little while since I've seen an interesting pursuit. That's not true. We saw the one the other day with the guy in the bulldozer, where the police told another guy in like a front loader to chase him down. Let's see if this beats that.
And then you can see it right there, the suspect trying to get into somebody's property or
this is like the end of the pursuit, it seems, though.
But doing a very, very poor job of it right there. LAPD coming to a stop. Oh, come on, guys, he's right there. The officer's running right by him.
That's cute.
They're going right by him. Angie, our pilot today, talking on O2, trying.
And admittedly, from this angle, I wouldn't have thought to check behind that car either. I'd probably just run straight up there like an NPC too, to be honest.
Oh my goodness, I just feel so bad for those officers.
Oh, true, yeah, this is the news chopper, isn't it?
It's the blue car. There we go. Somebody's getting the information. Somebody's got to be getting the information. Keep coming around, Edge. Keep coming around. Keep coming around. That suspect, unbelievable.
Oh, he's gone prone.
We're watching this live, and you have to understand that these officers, they don't know what the information that we know. But again, that LAPD helicopter just arriving.
Holy shit, I'm never going to criticize video game AI ever again. Oh wait, no, he's absolutely going to see him.
Information. There you go. There you go. And now
Busted.
that suspect
Yeah, he
going
pointed
into
at him.
custody. Wow. Wow.
Or not.
They haven't
Does
seen
he-
him yet.
Oh.
This is unbelievable. There we go. Oh my gosh.
What was this? Wait, what? Did this guy not see him? He's literally looking at him. Was he not alerted? What the fuck is his field of vision?
Be getting that information.
He even
There
like
you go.
points at him, doesn't
there
he?
You go. And now that suspect going into custody. Wow.
Maybe, did he de-aggro or something? How did this happen? He looked at him, pointed at him, he's like, oh, it must be behind this gate. Shit, if only we could get through. Well, no, he's like literally pointing. You know, he must know. Why is he tugging on the gate? He pointed at him twice.
Haven't seen him yet. This is.
And then this guy points at him, he's like, oh yeah, you're right. They're playing on 30 FOV. I guess so, man. He's behind a tire too, partially out of view. That's what I was thinking. So I think his biggest mistake, if I was to, I don't know, be a a criminal evading arrest tactician expert. I think his biggest mistake was going prone. He spread out his surface area, which made it a little easier to see him. I think that's the only reason he got caught, because this guy looked under the car and must have seen at least a piece of him. And then when they went to the gate, like maybe if he was still just crouching there, they wouldn't have noticed. Perhaps. What he needed was one of those like ninjutsu smoke bombs. If he just had one of those in his pouch, like if he had put one of those in his loadout, he would have popped one right here, and he would have been fine. You see the footage of the bulldozer police chase from a week ago? Cops asked one of his co-workers to stop him and another bulldozer. Disgruntled former employee hijacks front loader and leads police on a slow-speed chase. Why would they ask someone to try and stop him and another bulldozer? That just sounds like they were doing that for fun. How would that possibly give them any advantage?
Stop! Stop!
Oh shit, he's hitting the turbojets.
Hey! Stop!
Activating afterburners.
Individual who's driving a four-wheeler tractor is not stopping for me. I have no way of stopping.
I mean, if you gave it a light jog, you could catch up.
He's gonna go out the main road. I can control him. Grab your machine. What is it? One of those things? How fast is it?
What?
They can get up to probably about 30.
30?
Grab that. Quick, quick, quick.
That heavy equipment can get up to 30? And also, why is he telling him to get in his heavy machine? I still don't understand the strategic importance of that.
We're in front of Victory World Church on Brook Hollow.
Oh god. Let them fight. Oh, he's trying to hit him with a pit maneuver there with the bucket on it. Why did he tell him to get in the other bulldozer? What was the point? Or not bulldozer, front loader. I guess maybe flip it over. This is like a scene out of Godzilla Kong New Empire.
Keep him up! Hey! Flip it! Flip it! If you flip it, flip it!
The cops are just having fun. Flip him! Fucking flip him! Yeah! Yeah! Flip him! Nice. I wonder if that's textbook. They teach you that at the police academy? Whoops. When engaging in a slow-speed pursuit with a front loader, try and find an equal front loader to try and flip it over or something. What was the guy even doing? Just cruising? I have no idea. That guy just peeled out and he said, I'm not talking to you anymore. And he just left. And then started doing little donuts. That is until this vigilante came into the equation. I like the way he enters, too. It's just very cinematic. That guy's getting a raise for this one. Bullshit! I'm actually worried for this guy's job security. Maybe they come after him next, like vigilantism or something. They slap him with a fine. And they told him to do it. You see the video of the thief disguised as a trash bag? Yeah, he's a copycat criminal. I saw. This guy just stole a page out of the playbook from the guy who did this exact same thing with the traffic cone. I mean, it could even be the same culprit, I suppose. We don't have any DNA evidence to link them. Toy Story crime? Yeah, basically. Same technique, everything. They must have trained at the same dojo. Ra's al Ghul trained them in the art of package theft. Prop hunt. Yeah, oh, kind of. It's unironically not the worst plan ever. Bro is not Solid Snake. Did you see about the police officer that drove into a restaurant and arrested the owner? He crashed his car through the restaurant? 2 videos, lots of questions after police SUV crashes into St. Louis bar. Owner arrested. Man, what? You're under arrest for putting this restaurant in the front of my SUV cruiser. You're in violation. Sounds like a Looney Tunes trap, like Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, where they paint like a tunnel on a wall and then just crash into it. Two videos shared on Tuesday by an attorney for a South St. Louis bar owner show a police SUV crashing into the bar, and part of the aftermath that led to the bar owner being arrested on charges of assault and resisting arrest. Oh, so the charges were separate from the crash. So this guy was just scooting in sideways like an action movie scene. The videos clear up some questions about what happened early Monday outside of the bar. Bar PM, popular gay bar in the city's Charile neighborhood. I'm sure I butchered that name. But they produced several more. The bar's co-owner, Chad Morris, was charged with third-degree assault and misdemeanor resisting arrest after the crash. Police claimed he pushed an officer and ran from them. Let's see what the footage... Oh my god. It is impossible to use the internet without an ad block these days, but I can't go on these websites with one on anymore. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright. He didn't even really... Man. I can't even rewind the video because I'm getting another ad. He didn't even get far into the restaurant. This is like an advertisement for whoever makes that door threshold, like the door frame. Fucking blocked a full-speed police SUV. He bounced off of it. What is that made out of? Titanium? Adamantium? Like, look at this. It actually bounces the SUV back instead of crashing through the glass. That's impressive engineering. What a good build. So did the officer explain why he tried to crash through the front of the restaurant? Because at first I thought it'd be an accident, but this is clearly deliberate. He made no attempt to slow down or anything, really, it doesn't seem like. He just zooms through like it's GTA Online. It's insane the car is flying, Cazelli said on Tuesday. If I did this, I would be cited. It's unclear why the SUV swerved. James Pence, Morris' husband and another co-owner of the bar, said police initially told him they had to swerve to miss a dog. Officers later recanted and said they swerved to miss a parked car. The same explanation that police gave reporters. This parked car? Brother, I got news for you. If you have to swerve to miss this parked car, you shouldn't be behind the wheel. It's a parked car on a road with literally nothing on it. This is like the road outside of Courage the Cowardly Dog's house. There is nothing here. So if you had to swerve to miss this, you're either drunk driving or a terrible driver. He's a hero, don't you get it? True, I guess. I didn't even think of that. This is quite the stunt. Though I guess he's already out of control. Like, for some reason, it looks like he's already lost control of the vehicle, because he is kind of beelining towards that car, so maybe he really did swerve to miss it. I don't know why he tried to throw in a dog excuse. But why is he already losing control of his vehicle? Police did not respond to multiple requests for more information about the incident and Cazelli's accusations. They denied a sunshine request for dashcam footage of the incident, citing an active investigation. Man, that dashcam's gonna go hard. This is the aftermath. Looks like all of the framing's made out of wood. That's some strong wood. Mahogany, no doubt. The door didn't even budge. Didn't even make it to the door. This fine hard wood stopped it. Didn't even break the glass on it. I read a bit further about this after stream just because I was extremely curious as to how the officers would explain crashing into the bar like this. Like it's some kind of Dukes of Hazzard moment. And there still isn't any real answers.
Mike and Kelly, we still really don't have many answers from police, and the bar owners say this was really scary for them. Their friends, however, have been very supportive, and tonight they supported them in the best way they knew how, which meant opening the bar, damages and all.
A power move reopening the bar in the condition that it's in. It's going to look like a bar out of the Fallout universe, but hats off to them for it. Now, initially they claimed that they arrested one of the owners after blasting through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man because it was a situation where the owner was resisting arrest. The officer claimed that he had been struck by the owner, which caused him to be off balance, which gave him probable cause to arrest the owner.
Surveillance video shows a St. Louis police vehicle crashing into the front of the bar.
I was loud. I was very vocal. But I never did anything to make any officer feel like I was trying to harm them or anything. I wanted to know why there was a police vehicle sitting in my building.
Which I think is a pretty reasonable response given the situation. They apparently live above the bar, which means they would have heard this happen, and they probably assume they got hit by a fucking missile. So I think that is a perfectly warranted natural response given the circumstances. You're woken up to this loud explosion downstairs, you know, like, hey, Buster, what's going on? Why did you crash your vehicle into my business, bub? Come on. Jiminy Christmas. Like, you would have probably thought you got hit by a drone strike or something. And then you just see this SUV halfway through your business. Now, luckily they invested in some of the highest quality wood the fucking United States has ever seen, so it didn't get all the way through into the bar and like bust everything up. It was mainly just damage to the front. But even still, that's pretty scary and confusing, so it makes sense he would be loud.
Pence was briefly detained by officers at the very tense scene, but Morris was arrested, charged with multiple felonies, including assaulting a police officer and held without bond.
There's currently no evidence to confirm the officer's side of the story that he was assaulted by the owners or anything like that. And the charges that were brought against him initially have already been reduced. But the lawyer that's representing them isn't satisfied with just misdemeanor charges being on the table. He wants the whole thing dropped. He says this is a bunch of baloney. He says that they actually have a video that confirms that the police were the aggressors. And from a couple of the articles I read, they reference another video that doesn't show any type of physical confrontation between the owners and the officers. So if this video exists, it should help prove that the owners were not in the wrong in any way. The only thing that is confirmed is that the owners were yelling, which again I think is totally understandable, given an SUV just crashed into their building in the middle of the night, scaring the bejesus out of everybody. Yelling about your business being attacked by a police SUV out of nowhere like a jump scare is not grounds for an arrest. So the attorney on Twitter is saying that they have a video to confirm there was never any physical confrontation. From some of the articles I've read, there's other videos that exist that also don't show any kind of like assault on the officer or anything like that. Now, if you want my theory here, I think the officer was extremely embarrassed with his awful driving and after hitting the building, immediately went into action movie mode. So the airbag deploys, blasts him in the face, maybe semi-concusses him, and then he's in a war zone in his brain at that point. So he pops open the door and does a combat rollout. He takes one knee, pistol drawn. He's got his service pistol out, analyzing the situation, and then all of a sudden the owners start yelling. And I think he was already in so deep that he felt like he needed to make an arrest or something. Like, that's what I think. I think it all stems from the shame of being such a dog shit driver that he ran into this fucking building. That's my theory. I don't think the owners assaulted the officer. I do think they were definitely yelling at him, which they had every right to do, but I don't think there was any actual assaulting of the officer here. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to cover this situation a little bit because that footage of the police SUV hitting like this mean drift into the building out of nowhere for no reason had me scratching my head wondering how everything's going to pan out from this point forward. That is probably the worst driver the police academy has ever put behind the wheel of a police vehicle, I've got to say. So, yeah, just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's really about it. Oh yeah, also, one more thing. Whoever built the front of that building really needs to capitalize off this situation and start saying like, hey, we were responsible for that super durable, super strong, indestructible build that blocked an SUV from getting through. Boy howdy do I have a wacky story to share with you today. On today's episode of I Can't Believe It's Not Florida, we have the story of a man in New Jersey who crashed his car through a police station while listening to Welcome to the Jungle. So I'm guessing he had that song cranked to max volume and the adrenaline was pumping in his body. The song was reaching its crescendo. It's about to go into the chorus and then this guy's eyes roll into the back of his skull. Welcome to the Jungle summons the spirit of Evel Knievel, takes the wheel. The demon of speed is there, puts the pedal to the metal and just crashes into the police station. And then he like celebrates kind of. It's an unbelievable clip here from the surveillance camera footage. He gets out of the car like a gymnast who just landed an impressive trick. He like strikes a pose like he was expecting some kind of huge celebration, a massive round of applause as if it was a concert or something and he was performing. It's almost impressive just how much gusto he gets out of the car with. I don't know what he was expecting to happen next. Man thought he was in an audition for Expendables 5, I guess. He's a fucking action movie hero. I have to wonder what he thought would happen next. Maybe he expected them to let him off with a warning because it was so cool. The officers would come out there and just be like, brother, that was the most badass thing I've ever seen. Fist bump. God bless America. Now get out of here. This is your warning. But unsurprisingly, they didn't just slap him on the wrist and send him on his way. He is facing potentially life in prison, not only for this incident, but he actually did something very similar previous to this. This isn't his first rodeo with crashing a car into a building. So apparently he had crashed his gold Toyota SUV into a garage of a private residence to try and scare and harass the homeowner, which he is still facing charges for right now. So this fucking dangerous, unhinged goofball treats motor vehicles like they're missiles. He is just blasting these into any building. Nowhere is safe. You know that statistic that gets tossed around from time to time about how you're more likely to be killed in your chair in the living room than you are on a plane, in a plane crash? I'm starting to believe that now, because with this kind of person out there in the wild, you never know when a car is going to be just crashing through your walls like the Kool-Aid Man, like a fucking torpedo, and just hitting you in the living room out of nowhere. Like, that is just, it's incomprehensible. So he's built up quite an impressive resume here with a lot of charges to his name. So for the first incident, he's facing burglary, criminal mischief, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, and harassment. And now for this one, he's facing a terrorism charge, which carries a minimum sentence of 30 years and a maximum sentence of life, causing widespread injury or damage, aggravated assault, burglary, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, and criminal mischief. The punishment fits the crime here. It's not like these are exaggerated charges. He just blindly blasted his vehicle into this building. He had no idea if there was going to be people on the other side of it, which could have easily killed people. So yeah, all of these charges really fit the crime. He is not safe to be in society, especially not behind the wheel of a vehicle. Now, one other thing I find shocking about this footage is how calm the officers are in responding to this. They make it seem like it's just routine, as if cars are just crashing through their walls every hour of every day. It's like they just get out there and they're annoyed, like bothered. Oh, jeepers. Jiminy Christmas. Another one? Alright, come here, son. I can't believe you've done this. Oh, bother. Alright, book him. Now we're gonna have to clean up another wall. I just don't know how it's possible to be that calm in that situation. They just look exhausted. They look tired and annoyed. Whereas, like, that would be the most shocking jump scare imaginable. Jump scares don't scare me in horror movies or horror games or anything like that, but this would probably actually have me shit myself. 100% I would stain my britches. That is the most unexpected thing to happen. And it's not like that's immediately what you would expect the sound to be. Like, they were in the room over, so they would have just mainly heard it as opposed to see it right away. That must have sounded like a bomb going off. My first thought would be that we had just been hit by a drone strike or something. I wouldn't immediately think like a car came through here or something. Like that I would be in a panic. I would be inconsolable. I'd be shaking. Meanwhile, these two officers here walk out like they'd just been rudely interrupted from their nap. It's just wild to me. Also, something I didn't mention. I mentioned that he had previously crashed into another building, a private residence. Well, what I didn't mention is that first crash had happened only minutes prior to this one. So this guy was just on a rampage. He must have been looping Welcome to the Jungle here, and it was bringing the worst out of him. Now, they haven't disclosed what the motive could have possibly been for crashing into the police station, but here's where I come into the equation, because I'm about to crack this case wide open. This is what I think happened. This is my theory. I got the corkboard up with a bunch of red lines drawn to a bunch of different scenarios. So let's piece together what we know for sure. His first crash into the private residence was due to a disagreement with the owner, and it was meant to scare and harass them. I think right after he committed to that, he knew shit was not going to go well for him, so he wanted to go out with a bang. So then he drove a few minutes away to the police station and turned himself in the only way he knew how. With Welcome to the Jungle sending him off like a WWE walkout song and a giant fucking explosion here of crashing through the building. I think his motive was truly he had just ruined his life prior by crashing through the private residence, and he just decided to go all in into the lunacy and then crash through the police station. That's what I think happened here, because there's no other potential explanation that I can think of, not even in the realm of science fiction. Like, I can't think of, maybe a possession or something, or like some kind of alien event or anything to try and explain away what could possibly have led to this. I really think it was him knowing that he had already committed a serious crime, and he just, I don't know, decided to go even harder for it and just call it quits by driving through the police station. Or another very likely explanation is he has severe mental illness and completely fucking snapped. That's also very possibly the case here. Who knows? I am excited to see when they finally reveal the motive, because he doesn't seem like a man who's going to be, tight-lipped. It doesn't seem like he's going to be hard to get the truth out of. He probably told them at the police station why he did it. They just haven't said to the public yet. He literally got out and celebrated like he just scored a fucking touchdown in an NFL game, right? This isn't a guy who's going to be super hard to get to the bottom of with his reasoning. He's probably an open book who will just tell them why he did it. But yeah, anyway, I just had to share this story and clip with all of you because, my goodness gracious, that is like something you would see as a fake headline in the background of a movie or a game or something. Just something that people would make up because it sounds ridiculous, but it actually happened. So yeah, that's really about it. See ya. Disturbed Karen loses her mind when banned from Hobby Lobby.
On February 20th, 2024, officers responded to a Hobby Lobby for a call of a disorderly customer.
Not a big Hobby Lobby fan, I'll be honest with you. Why are we going through the void here?
Hi. What's going on? I have the rights to complain and have also the dump name of the manager and direct breach of privacy in cyber security. They're directly of customers' breach of privacy, and they having consumer rights of breach of privacy, and it not need to have
So stalking?
exploitation.
Hobby
of
Lobby
consumers
stalking her?
Like I am a healthcare professional and U.S. Army cyber harassment
So you're saying Hobby Lobby's cyber stalking you?
Cyber stalking and false security, yes, they are consumers' rights of privacy.
And you think
I'm
it's
healthy.
this Hobby Lobby?
You can check into those. One thing is you can check if there was nothing, then you could even.
So it's Hobby Lobby is cyber stalking her. Why would they do that? Seems like they just they talk it out and she goes home. Cool. I like that idea that Hobby Lobby would cyber stalk a customer. Like just shit posting on their Twitter about it. Search the ADHD and Supernatural. Oh yeah.
Witnessed myself from like a third person point of view.
Ego death.
Walking over to my teacher
Oh.
and exposing myself. Which is different from
That's not ego death.
So that a half an hour would not be out of the norm for you to be exposed that long and not realize it when you're walking around with your sweatpants basically choking your penis while you're walking around. You see how it's not making a lot of sense?
But I do promise that it was an accident. But I don't exactly have like the biggest, if I can say.
What is happening? What? What is this? This is sad. What is the story here?
So I was in class, or not in class, I was in Williams Hall studying for an exam.
How does this go on for 36 minutes? It seems like it's kind of kaput right there in the first minute.
Was this guy, when I sat down, he was like kind of looking at me, but I just was like, whatever.
Sir, let me see your penis. Let me see if it matches the description.
You can step in there real quick. Just so we're not...
Officer Jacobs, I'm doing a peen inspection in there. Cover me.
I have ADHD, so my mind wanders a lot.
Okay.
I know
I like that idea. Listen, I'm a little scatterbrained sometimes. I'll often take a piss and I forget my meat's out. Like, I mean, ADHD, am I right?
They said someone matching your description.
What day would this have been?
I could not tell you.
The day is pretty important. I usually only whip my cock out on, like, Thursdays or Fridays, so it's, I don't know, it probably wasn't me, but ADHD, I sometimes lose track of, like, the days and stuff, and then wiener comes out on, like, a Monday, had a schedule.
So...
God, it looks like right now he's about to unleash, like, a jutsu. Like, he's got that, like, Reddit mod look to him, and it really looks like he's about to just fucking shoot, like, a fireball, like Sasuke or something.
If there was another report that could have possibly been, if this is happening, then I truly am sorry.
If this is happening.
There's not some other reason why you might be doing this on, you know...
The phantom winky exposure.
Or anything like that, or, I mean, it's...
I don't really have any sexual desires toward anyone, really.
Okay.
So I would have no reason to go around
Checkmate.
bashing people.
Okay.
Well, we're good here. I mean, that checks out. We're fine.
I really...
Just pay a little more attention.
Back in high school, about 4 years
Well, this is what we just saw on the Sizzler reel.
Okay.
It was slightly different. At that time, we still don't really know what happened.
We're still investigating.
Out-of-body experience, but that's not what's happening this time.
Had a close encounter of the third kind. The aliens pulled my whole fucking schlong out.
Okay.
Study hall was traumatized.
That is an issue. We did a bunch of brain scans and whatnot, and nothing was abnormal. So.
Okay.
Why would? I'm very curious. Why would that have been the next steps there? So he unleashes the hog, and they're like, we gotta get to the bottom of this. We gotta see what ghost in this man's head was pulling the levers there that forced him to do such a thing. Put him in the MRI just to check for, like, the Wiener Master or something.
It's going alright. Doing really well in Japanese. I actually applied for a study abroad program. Cool.
Oh my. Oh my.
Certainly, that would be another reason why we should have to do something to contain that.
Jeopardize
Yeah.
that. You a commuter student?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're gonna have to sort some things out. I got another officer talking to the young lady who made the report, so.
He didn't like pull them down. It was just like kind of between the sweatshirt and like top of the pants.
Okay. You think he like intentionally?
Oh, he upper decked it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Because the way that like he was looking at me when I first sat down, I thought was like a little weird, dude. Really, he was just like, what?
The top turnbuckle. Yeah. I thought he did like a whole like dropping trow.
Like what was happening, or well, they found him out at Williams, so the police are with him now. So I just came out to talk to you and.
Do you want to see him?
Figure out what was going on.
You want to go say hi?
Yeah, I just like I said, of course he never admitted to anything, but it definitely felt intentional.
Yeah.
Seems like a hard thing to be on accident.
I called my mom.
Called your mom about it? Yeah. Okay.
Looks like, judging by how I don't feel like watching all 35 minutes of this conversation with this guy, but it looks like they do end up pressing charges for the public indecency. That scare you? Well, you scare me with your lack of hygiene. It's time to fix that. Get some Cheeky soap. Use Cheeky.com. We've made the perfect soap. You should not use anything that's not Cheeky. I'm looking out for you. You see the video of the Florida man offering a cop a drink in the middle of a car chase. Didn't we see that one? That sounds so familiar. Officers can't keep a straight face with this entitled woman. That sounds really familiar. No, never mind. That title sounds so familiar, but I do not recognize that thumbnail. She's dressed like she's going to Gasparilla, which is like the pirate invasion festival Tampa does every year. Is this Tampa?
Out of the store because I'm white. It's a black person's word over a white person's word.
I don't have to explain anything to you, so put your stuff back.
You're illegal.
This guy is not having it. I'm so used to body cams over the last week where the officers, like, entertain, like, the weirdos. This guy's like, no, absolutely not. Fucking grabs it like a toddler's toy, and immediately she's like, okay, it's serious.
So the call that we got was you were in here.
She's actually a potion seller.
Cursing people out.
Perhaps, yeah. Brewing concoctions.
Can you put that on the video so I can see it?
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask now.
I need concrete evidence, and I'd like to talk to my lawyer, please. The privacy is, if you have not committed a crime, you don't need to give any officer. You are the same level as me if I haven't committed a crime.
She outranks you. Get out of there, officer. She's too powerful.
Not curse. Can I see it on video? Can I please see some concrete evidence? Excuse me, but what crime have I committed to warrant you guys coming in here like a army to shoot me or something? I'd like to know in legal language what crime I have committed. So I need a video camera to see what I have done.
Man, she is really good at this.
Concrete evidence on a video camera to see what I've done. You're choosing their word over my word, so I need it on a video camera to look at. And so who's the supervisor?
He's on his way here now.
Is he a police?
Yes,
he is.
Okay, well, all I'm asking
He wrote the Privacy Act.
language, tell me the legal thing I have
You're meeting
done
the Oracle.
wrong.
Okay, let me explain to you, ma'am. I've just explained it to you.
Because you are obstructing the Constitution of the United States.
This is what it sounds like to talk to somebody on Twitter. 100%. I know she is glued to that platform. She is probably there day in, day out in the fucking trenches. She is literally Twitter speaking. So is this, they just keep arguing with this woman. They just, oh man.
You're not
yeah.
your name?
I haven't, first of all, you've got to provide me with the thing I've done wrong in legal terms. I need to see the video of that disorderly conduct.
But why? But why? I need to confirm whether or not this is a real crime. Only I can determine this. I must see it. Please put it up on the Jumbotron, please, so I can analyze this evidence.
Can I have the name of
the management?
Can I have his name, please?
You're gonna get.
She's trying to settle the court case in this store.
I want the name of the manager who's banning me so I can take it to my attorney.
You provide your ID.
No, I will not. I will.
He looks so fed up. He looks so annoyed.
No, I am not. A racist is somebody that kicks somebody out of a store for no reason, for just being white. I relate better to people of my own race. I relate better. They always hit me, push me, throw garbage in my yard, push me around, cheat me, lie to me, steal my money when I do stuff. I want to talk to someone that I relate to. Like, what?
It is that is 100% a Twitter addict. 100%.
You're accusing me of something. I want you to see what you're accusing me of.
It's crazy people like this exist. It's so good. Does this go on the... Yeah, it looks like this is the whole thing. I don't feel like listening to... Well, they actually do eventually get her out. I thought it was going to go the whole 20 minutes. They bring her outside and just keep talking to her. What an insightful conversation that must have been. You're missing the best legal advice you'd ever hear. I just can't keep listening. It's just such a yap fest. You see the EWU Bodycam video, how to catch 9 felony charges in 1 minute. Guy sounds like a cartoon character. Isn't that the one I just watched? I don't remember that being the name of it though. Is this Hank? They got Hank Schrader in here? What happened? What went so wrong? They're minerals, Marie! Oh man, wait, and a chase and everything? Oh boy, he was racking them up. Trust me, pup, that is not a fight you win. Oh my god, it's going after the police canine. Uh-oh. Wow, this thing seems like it pops off. What a crazy sizzler reel.
When officers in Stuart, Florida receive reports of
hey, we know how to do it big.
Unconscious man behind the wheel of a truck in the middle of a residential street, they immediately respond for a welfare check.
Is this one even safe to watch on stream? This one sounds like super serious. This one goes ballistic. It's fine. I'm just gonna double check. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Surprisingly, it did not come up when I typed this one in right away. There's too many other people that also caught 9 felony charges in a minute in Florida. I scrubbed through, the dog doesn't get hurt. That's all I needed to hear then.
God, if you missed him a pedicure.
Dispatchers in Martin County
Oh,
received
come
a
on.
concerning call
In
on
December?
their non-emergency line.
That's Christmas
There's a gentleman in
time.
a pickup truck with a trailer hooked up to it. It's like he's like sleeping, but the truck is on. Like I said, I knocked on the door.
He's
door
meditating.
opened. I knocked. I yelled. He didn't respond.
It's called
There's a
astral
dog in the car,
projection.
too, or in the truck. Excuse me.
We know some friends. You need some friends?
Yeah, well.
Where they live?
Pump City.
He sounds like the guy from Joe Dirt. Home is where you make it. That guy? He does have an interesting voice. A lot of body cams with people with cool voices recently.
I've never done that to Jersey Mike's. Give me a sandwich there.
To Jersey Mike?
Is he just like super drunk? Is that what's happening?
Okay, gotcha. Do you just have your license on you? This is your truck? You were asleep and passed out behind the wheel, and I could smell what...
Don't do that, please.
I just want to make sure that I'm safe.
I can do the same thing back.
So, I'm going to ask
Oh,
you
he's
one
gonna
more
get his
time
phone
to
out with the
step back
flashlight.
for your safety and
Close
my
your
safety.
eyes.
Nothing wrong here. You know what? Here.
So, if you refuse to step out, I will...
He sounds like that like quintessential witch character in old cartoons. Like, I feel like he's about to start reciting some kind of ancient incantation.
Take you out.
In an instant,
The Tasmanian
situation
devil,
takes
or
a
that,
sudden and dramatic turn for the worse.
So, would you be willing to step out for me?
Sir, we need you to step out. I'm not doing that. No. Sir, don't do that, man.
Oh shit!
You ran on help.
You all right?
Yeah.
Do you have anybody that's able to pit or no?
I don't think they want to pit because of the trailer.
Unaware that the truck had a trailer attached, an officer joining the pursuit executes a tactical pit maneuver, stopping the vehicle, but the chase isn't over yet.
What? Wait, how would you not know the trailer is attached? Did he have like camouflage on it, like cloaking tech? Is this Tony Stark or something? I feel like you'd see the trailer, right? How did you miss that? Of everything on a truck.
Steve finally comes to a stop in the driveway of his residence.
Oh, you can't touch him now. That's a safe haven. That's a no PvP zone. Oh, maybe this is all an advertisement for his business. For firewood delivery. Maybe that's what it was. He was delivering firewood to Freddy Krueger, so he had to go into his dream palace in order to contact him. So that, I see. It's all a big misunderstanding. His voice is so cool. Holy shit.
Get away. Go in the house. Who is he to you?
He's my firewood delivery driver. I Uber Eats some firewood.
Okay.
What happened?
I can disclose a little bit.
From US
Jumping curves. I don't even want to get into. Wait.
Steve's wife, who identifies
The officer's
herself
pretty
as
fired
Angela,
up.
will soon share more insights with the officers.
Hurting me, please.
Jesus.
I have bad hernia. Look, I got bad shoulders.
Scooch up.
Please, I can't.
Well, how in the fuck is this guy doing a firewood delivery job? He's made of glass. How that just doesn't seem like the right profession. Does he deliver the idea of firewood? Like, there's no way he's going to be able to pick up much firewood.
The gravity of the discovery isn't lost on the officers, as they consider how much worse the night could have ended.
Damn, man, firewood delivery is some serious business. This man keeps the stick on him. What the fuck? Just in case the customer gets a little rowdy. You talking about the knife? I mean, that is a big... I don't know. That is a big fucking knife. Maybe it is. That's bigger than a Bowie knife. I mean, he's got like a huge hilt too. Maybe that's how he chops the wood. Like Virgil, he just does one of these, and the firewood just fucking explodes into like a bunch of splinters for him to pick up with his bad shoulders. Those aren't knives. Those are like full-blown short swords.
If you refuse to take the test, sir.
It sounds like he's just like his voice is perpetually in like a mocking tone. Like he's trying to make fun of somebody else.
Nobody's gonna bail him out, I can tell you that right now. I'm not bailing him out.
Oh, he is not well liked.
He needs to sober up.
Where's my wife at?
She misses you too, Steve. She's on her way to pay you a visit. Oh, God.
After being treated and cleared by
Oh, my
hospital
God.
staff, 60-year-old Steve Beausoleil is taken to the Martin County Jail. Aggravated fleeing causing injury.
Yeah, that was
or
a lot.
damage.
He racked up a
Aggravated
lot.
battery on a law enforcement officer.
Is it possible he was framed? Yeah, someone could have been, I guess, maybe butt-chugging the whiskey into Steve without him knowing? That is an option, perhaps? And maybe the dog put a brick on the accelerator, on the gas pedal for the 20-minute long police chase? We can't rule out the possibilities. The Drunk Sheriff Midwest Safety vid. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Nicholas Kochi is the sheriff of Hampton County, Massachusetts, which is where the city of Springfield is located. The officers are able to get the sheriff to come out of the casino so they can investigate. However, the sheriff won't make it easy for them.
How you doing, Sheriff? Good, very good.
Oh man, he has got that build. The bowling ball build. I have a feeling this is going to get aggressive.
Actually, what happened?
What's going on with where I popped the tires?
Do you know where? We're trying to. We were looking to see where you were in the casino and everything, and
It's all good.
it's all good.
Change the tire.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. The problem is, hang on for a second. Were you the one driving it?
No.
You weren't driving it. Okay.
He just said that he popped the tire. I came around the corner, popped the tire. Were you driving it? No. Maybe he's going to pull a sovereign citizen. I was traveling. Yes, I was the one traveling in my vessel.
I've got this right here.
Yeah.
Everything's on camera. I got to take it by the numbers.
Change the tire.
I got to take it by the numbers.
Yeah, just let his buddy come out here and change the tire. He'll be here any second
He's
now.
driving to say, we'll see that on the camera. I can go talk to him. Everything will be good. All right. What's that? Okay.
What did he think that was going to change? He knows they have body cams. Why would he... This guy's on some shit, actually. Wait a minute, that's kind of galaxy brain. You can't say he said he was driving. Perhaps his lips just looked like he said that.
I'll tell you what. Leave the car here. Leave it.
Nope, sir.
Yeah, just fucking leave it. I don't need it anymore.
Stay put, all right?
I'm gonna come hit it with a sledgehammer in a moment.
Because based on... Yeah.
It's clear by the sheriff's body language that he is likely secretly signaling for his lieutenant to deactivate his body camera, which the lieutenant refuses to do.
W from the lieutenant, love that.
But right now I'm conducting an investigation, okay? I need you...
God, he is
to steer and follow
steaming.
the directions.
He looks like Eustace from Courage when he got that gel on his head. Holy, he is turning so fucking red, too.
Over where was it?
Right up on the corner. And I took the turn.
Took the turn into here?
Yep.
Okay. There looks like there's a plant on there. Was there a plant that...
Might have been.
Might have been. But that's where it was, so the remnants of the tire...
Someone might have thrown a plant at me. I don't know.
You
What?
I have no idea.
Hey, it happens. What? Is it a crime to hit a plant? What happened? Can't hit plants no more.
Everything's recorded, everything's inspected, everything's going to be nice and easy, okay, sir? All right.
He is so fucking mad. Oh my. I can feel his spiritual pressure from here. It's like Kinpachi.
Can you head down to the
But
corner
much more rotund.
and just see if there's any find the tire? No.
He's activating T-pose. Well, it's that way we can easily model him in Maya.
Where that was it, and here. Okay. Okay. We're gonna take a walk over where we're a little bit out of sight. Okay. No. How much you had to drink tonight, sir? Couple beers.
Oh, not the couple of beers. Oh no.
Okay.
The couple. He's fucking toasted.
I'd like to ask you to do field sobriety.
Nope, not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
I'm not driving. Yeah, field sobriety for what?
All right. What's that? All right. You came from East Columbus, you turned in here, you can't find the tire. Okay. That's fine. There's clear indications that that rim...
Man, fucking annihilated that tire. No trace of it left.
I'd ask you to I'm going to ask you a second time if you will perform field sobriety so I can determine if you are safe to drive. Okay? I have a PBT that can sort this out right now.
Not going to happen.
Okay? So you're going to
Uh-oh.
sobriety. Yep. Right,
He's driving a hard bargain.
Mid alcohol consumption. All right?
A little bit.
Driving. Okay?
So you're,
all right, well then assume. Then at that point...
While the body cam footage is redacted, this is when the sheriff's official arrest takes place. The body cam resumes right after the sheriff is placed in handcuffs.
Why is it redacted? What happened? Did this sheriff hang hog or something? Why would we redact? Like, we got everything else. What could have possibly happened in this moment? Unless he just fucking went sack out. Why is that redacted? Huh? Just ongoing court case? I guess, yeah, I guess this might be like a crucial component here, but I feel like everything else has been very strong evidence already. I can't imagine there was anything else here that's like a narrative changer.
All right, we're gonna walk down to my unmarked sergeant. I'm gonna have you come with me as well. All right, you told me to just let him fix it.
No, I think you can drive that out, and be honest with you. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, just have someone hop in there and just take it to the station.
County vehicle. If he's able to fix it.
Oh my god. That is catastrophic. What does this guy do? Run over a landmine?
Oh, careful.
He's even wearing a shirt that says sheriff on the sleeve.
You just, yeah, you can move anything over.
Very interesting. This is also probably one of the only times I've seen a front seat arrest. The only other time is when that lady slipped out of her handcuffs and stole the car.
Scrapes as well. More scrapes in the middle of the roadway. Consistent in path. More scrapes in the middle of the roadway.
Man, this guy's full-blown investigating. Good for him. We're gonna find that tire, goddammit.
These scrapes lead to the location where they found.
Yeah, riding on the rims will do that to you. Scratching up the whole road, leaving an actual treasure map to him.
Kochi freely admits Saturday, September 21st, was not a good day for him. He was arrested outside MGM Springfield for driving while intoxicated and subsequently suspended for several days without pay.
Several days? How's he gonna feed his family? Several days? Oh, I dare not say. Several days? Oh, wow. Nick, buddy, wow. Punishment does not fit the crime. That's extreme. Wow, that's extreme. They gave him a long weekend. Woof!
Very blessed as the sheriff of Hampden County, but more importantly, as the person, Nick Kochi. There's no question 6 weeks ago was not one of my finest moments.
Kochi immediately took ownership for that behavior, leaving court after his arraignment in late September.
Am I stupid, or is that suit way too big for him? That looks like me wearing my dad's suit.
Leaving court after
Why are the
his
sleeves so
arraignment
big?
in late September, he pulled no punches at the time. The sheriff is humbled by the outpouring of support and understanding from the community and says he won't let them down again.
And if there's a day that comes up and you don't show your best version, well, tomorrow you wake up and you make sure your version's better.
Very inspirational.
And, that's a lesson that I'm going to continue to show who Nick Kochi is. Never mind the sheriff part. Who am I as a person?
Kochi, in his second
Yeah.
term as sheriff, says
Yeah.
he's resilient.
I'm sure that same courtesy is extended to everybody else. Yeah. Look, drunk driving, not great. But look, I was a victim. And now, I can rise above this and become the hero I was meant to be.
His driver's license was also temporarily suspended, and he was required to attend an OUI education program. As of April 2025, there are no reports indicating Kochi has encountered further legal trouble. In fact, in January 2025, he was appointed vice president of the Massachusetts Sheriff's
nice.
Association. Let us know your
Congrats.
thoughts about this incident in the comments below, and if you think the prosecutor should have also charged him with leaving the scene of a crash.
No, why would they do that? No, what? I agree with this YouTube commenter. Lieutenant needs to be the sheriff. Man's the epitome of integrity. Takes guts to stand up to your colleagues and overwhelming courage to stand up to your boss. Unironically, that lieutenant, huge W. What's crazy is I bet he was fucking fired. Well, I mean, probably. I don't think he would have got away with firing that guy, especially with this kind of case, but I bet the sheriff really thought about how to punish him. Crazy. That is crazy.